Good morning. Welcome. Feet under the hips. Let's take a nice big inhale, circle the arms up overhead, and then release them forward. As you inhale up with the arms, lift the toes up and spread them wide. And then as you release the arms forward, relax the toes back down to the mat. Talking about metatarsals. Inhale up and release them forward. Nice. Just the right arm up this time. Bring the left hand to the hip and let's do a nice side bend. Come up and stay with that arm lifted. Let's do 2 more side bends, pushing that right foot into the mat. And then reaching up and releasing that right hand down to the waist. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale into the side bend. Inhale, come up. Let's do that 2 more times. Waking up through those side bends. Something about side bends, really just a good wake up. And then release the hands back down to the hips. Lift the toes up again, spread them really wide, and then release them down. Come up to the balls of the feet, lifting the heels, and release it down. Beautiful. One more circle up with the arms. Exhale, bring them forward, hands to the thighs. Inhale, find that cow in the upper body and stay there. Alternate the right, left shoulder, pressing across the body. Little twisting, mild twisting action happening here. A few more each side, 2 more each side. 1 more. And then come back to center and come all the way up. Roll the shoulders back, bring the hands to the hips, take the feet wide, turn the toes out. And do a little easy slide to side, right and left. So nothing too intense. Just a little easy move. Wake up through those quads and hips area for sure. And then come to center. Bring the hands right down to the mat. Take the body parallel to the floor. Walk the feet even wider and turn the toes so they're pointing forward. And then again, slide right and left. So this gets a little more deeply into the inner thighs. So hands are on the mat underneath the shoulders, body is parallel to the floor, feet are wide, pointing forward, and you're just doing a little slide side to side. Feel it a little more deeply into those inner thighs. 1 more to each side, right and left. And then come back center and walk the feet in just a little bit. Heels are closer into each other, toes are turned out, come all the way up to that wide-legged squat again. This time, let's do the actual squat. So lower down so the legs are almost parallel to the floor. Take an inhale, exhale, come up. Inhale to lower, exhale, come up. Once you've got the movement, then start to think about imagining the heels dragging toward each other and inner thighs dragging toward each other. 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Last 2. After the last one, after you've come up, go back down to that low position, lift both heels up, and then slide again, right and left. Little movement this time. Feeling the quads working. Keep going with this. 6 more to each side. 5, 4, 3, 2. At this point, I can't tell whether it's my floor creaking or my ankles creaking. One of them's creaking. Hold the center, lower the heels down, come all the way up, and then walk the feet together. Beautiful. Now, if you can believe it, we're repeating the move from Monday again because I want it on the recording so that it's an option for you while I'm taking my holiday. So band in hand, still staying with the legs. We'll get to the upper body. Band around the right leg. Pull the band up to the right waist. Left hand to the left waist. Shift your body weight to the left leg, bend the right knee and bring it up. And then tip yourself over to the left so that you can lift your right leg up and push the heel toward, a wall or, out over your mat. Brace through the abdominals. Take an inhale, exhale, press. Inhale, bend, exhale, press. As you're bending, imagining that you're really trying to bring that knee up right toward the chest. Maximum range of motion there. 8 more. 7, 6, 5. Keep going. 4, 3, 2. And last one, stay balanced, stay balanced. Bring the knee in, bring the body to upright, step forward into a short lunge position. If you want to, we were adding it on the second round, but if you want to, you could take a weight and add it because we've been doing it for a couple of weeks now. So if you wanted to, go for that extra load. So here we are, arm is straight, palms facing toward the midline. Take an inhale, exhale, row. Inhale, release, exhale, row. Now on the row, really important, imagine that elbow is pulling back toward the collarbone as you're coming up. So toward the midline. 8 more. 7, 6, 5. Count it out. Really helps with the breathing. 4, 3. Remember, we want to be pushing an edge. Last 2. Last 1. Release the arm, turn the palm forward. Option to stay in this short lunge or to bend that back leg and come down to a knee. Option to keep the weight or not. Bicep curl. Exhale, come up. Inhale, release. Exhale, come up. Yeah. Woo. Keep going. And if you're getting really fatigued and losing your form, as actually I am right now, you could take that weight off and continue with the band. 6 more. 5, 4, 3, last 2, and last 1. Nice. Release. If you're kneeling, come up to standing. Let's switch feet. You could even bring the weight up right now if you wanted to. I mean, on the hip, it's not really doing anything. It's just there for you, so you don't have to reach for it later. Left side now. Balancing on the right leg. Bend the left leg up. Tipping over to the side, lifting that leg up with the knee bent. Ready to push that heel off to the side. Take an inhale. Exhale, press. Inhale, knee toward the chest. Exhale, press. You'll notice I'm not saying to the chest. It's not going to make the chest, very likely, but toward the chest. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5. Count it out. 4, 3, 2. After this last one, the knee bends up toward the chest. Straighten up the body, still balancing on one leg. Step forward with that left leg. Straighten the left arm out. Palm facing toward the midline. You may or may not have the weight. Right hand to the hip. Take an inhale. Exhale, row. Nice. Keep going. Yeah. Really, as you pull that arm up, pull that elbow in toward the midline. 8 more. 7, 6. Keep going. 4, 3, 2. 1 more. Arm straightens out. Palm faces forward. Stay standing in this short squat or bend that back leg. Come down to a kneel. Weight or no weight. Take an inhale. Exhale. Bicep curl. Bicep curl. So this bicep curl is tricky, right? Because when you get to fatigue, you'll probably start to, bend the whole back into it. And that's when you know you definitely hit fatigue and it's time to maybe take that weight away, which I'm doing. 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Beautiful. Let's do the whole series again. Nothing like doing 2 sets of these. Again, if you want the weight, optional, or just the band. Another option is to choose a band with greater resistance or to add a second band, right? Okay, so pull that band up to the right waist, hand on the left hip, weight bearing on the left leg, bend the right knee, tipping to one side, take an inhale, exhale, press. Yeah, getting nicely warmed up now. It feels good, doesn't it? Sweat starting to happen. That's always good. So 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. I seem to be losing my balance a little bit more on this one for some reason. 3 more. Last 2. Brace through the abdominals. Bring the knee in. Come up to upright. Step forward with that right foot. Right arm extends. Getting ready for the row. Take an inhale. Exhale, row. Nice. Keep breathing. Yeah. 8 more. Count it out. 7, 6. Watch that your upper body is staying steady. It's just the arm moving. 4, 3, 2. Last one, stay standing or go to that kneeling position. Release the arm down, palms turning forward. And here's the bicep curl. I'm going to stay standing this time and not use the weight. Yeah, because that adds resistance because of the length that the band has to go. Keep breathing. 5, 8 more. Totally lost count there. 7, 6. Work it out. 5, 4. I'm definitely fatiguing, so I'm going down to kneeling for my last 3. 3. So there's always an option, right? 2. Last one. Or I could have stopped. That would have been an option too. All right, let's stand up if you were kneeling. Let's do the other side. Left side now. Band back to that left leg. Pull the weight or the weight in the band up to the hip. Balancing on the right leg. Lifting the left knee up. Brace through the abdominals. Squeeze the shoulder blades a little bit. Tipping to one side. Take an inhale. Exhale, press. Yeah. This is such a great one because it really challenges the balance. And in a way, it's actually highly functional because if you imagine if you lost your balance, you might be tipping over like this and you want to come back to standing. 6 more. 5, 4. Really push through the heel. 3, 2. Last one. Bring the knee in. Body comes up. Stepping forward with that left foot. Extending the left arm down. Palm facing toward the midline. Here we go with the row. Take an inhale, exhale, row. Really think about this, okay? So the body is staying steady, just the arm moving, and you're really pulling the elbow back toward the midline as you row. 8 more. 7, 6. Keep going. 5. And smiling too. 4, 3, 2. And last one. Now we release it down, turn the palm forward. I'm going to take the weight away because this is what I did on the other side. Just stay from standing and curl. But if you want to, you can go down to kneeling, add the weight. Choose which option you prefer. The point is to work to fatigue. Yeah. Keep going. 8 more. 7, 6. It's kind of meditative to count it out, isn't it? 5, 4. And then for me personally, as I did on the other side, I'm going to go to kneeling for those last 3 because I was getting to fatigue on those other ones, tempting to move my whole body into that. Okay, last one. Nice work. Let's come to standing. The weight can go down for a moment. Bring the band with you. Let's stay with our balancing, shall we? So bring the arms up to lat pull down position, 45 degrees from parallel. Shift your body weight to your right leg and lift the left leg up. Take an inhale, exhale, lat pull down, down and back. Yeah. Keep going with this. 10 more. 10, 9. Balancing is optional, but kind of nice. 8, 7, 6. Counting is helpful as you pull down. That's the exertion phase. 4 more. 3, 2. And last one. Very slowly release back up to your starting point. And then put that foot down. Keep the band in hand. Feet are going hip width distance apart. Bring the arms forward. We'll just take a little break, do some squats here. Inhale to bend the knees and the hips into the squat. Lift all 10 toes up and keep them lifted. Exhale, come up. Inhale, go down. As you're coming up, imagine the feet are super glued to the mat and trying to drag away from each other. 10 more. 9, 8, 7. Make that very intentional as if you're dragging those feet away. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, stay standing. Release the toes down. Got your band in the hand. Ready to do a rhomboid work. So the arms start from parallel rather than 45 degrees. Shift body weight to your left leg. Bring the right knee up to challenge the balance. Take an inhale. Exhale, pull back. Inhale, release. Exhale, pull back. Keep going with that. So strong. Whew. Gotta exhale as you pull back. 8 more. 7. If you are getting fatigued, you could bring the arms up a little bit. You'll still be working. I think we have 5 more. 5, 4, 3. I'm getting fatigued. 2. Last one. Oh, that was the fatigue showing, right? I fell over and I'm bending my elbows. Yeah, got to watch for that. Stop before that. Okay, let's go back to the squat. Have a weight in your hand this time. Back to our squat, just turning sideways. So keep the weight in close to the body. Bending the knees and the hips into the squat. Yeah, stay there for a moment. Stay in the squat. Really send the tailbone back. Reach the rib cage forward. Lift all 10 toes again. Take an inhale. Exhale, come up. Exactly the same thing, except we have a little extra weight. And also same idea of dragging those feet away from each other. 10 more. 9. 8. Keep going. 7. 6. 5. 4. Toes are still lifted. 3. 2. Last one. Come into the squat. Lower the toes. Lift the heels up. See if you can go lower. Watch the knees. They're still tracking forward. Same idea, but from the balls of the feet. Take an inhale. Exhale, come up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, come up. Really important about the knees there. Keep them tracking. 10 more. 9. 8. You can also imagine that the balls of the feet are super glued to the mat and you're dragging them away as you're coming up. 5 more. 3. 2. Last one. Go back to that low crouch. Go back to the crouch. Heels are still lifted. Stay here for a moment. Yeah, this is functional. We might need to do this a few times during the day. Yeah, especially to protect the low back. Stay here, lower the heels. Notice the body will come up a bit and then come all the way up. Oh, nice work. Let's take the weight down and go to all fours. Hands are underneath the shoulders. Knees are underneath the hips. Arch the back here. Just find cow in the upper body. And then exhale to round up into cat. Nice. Okay, let's do a little extra work on the triceps here from the tabletop position. Inhale, bend both elbows, reach the rib cage toward the mat. Exhale, press away. Inhale, bend. Exhale, press away. Keep going. 10 more. 9. 8. 7. Keep breathing. 6. 5. 4. You're with me. 2 more. Last one. Beautiful. Walk the hands forward. If you want to, bend the knees and then cross the feet. You could also be from tucked toes if you want to. So your option here. Walk the hands forward and then take the hands wide. Wide push up. Bend the elbows, reach the chest toward the floor without touching. Exhale, press away. Inhale, bend. Exhale, press away. Let's go for 12 of these. So 10 more. 10. 9. 8. Count it out with me. 5. 4. 3. 2. Last one, stay up. Then bend the elbows very slowly, go halfway, hover, woo, and then press up again. Walk the hands in so they're in line with the shoulders, and then release one forearm to the mat, and then the other one, release the toes down, lift the knees up. We're in plank. Walk the feet a little closer toward the elbows, crown of the head reaching forward. Let's do our contract and release. So take an inhale, and then exhale, drag arms back, feet forward. Inhale, release. Exhale, drag. Inhale, release. Drag. Release. 3 more. 3, 2. Last one. Stand the plank. Windshield wiper movement, one arm so the hand goes to the opposite elbow. Walk the feet together. Roll yourself over to that side of the arm facing parallel to the top of your mat. Bottom leg can bend if you want to. Hip is high. Arm comes up. Let's dip and come up. Dip and come up. Keep going. 10 more. 10, 9, 8. Keep with it. So strong. 5 more. 4, 3, 2. Last one, keep it lifted. Imagine that forearm is pressing into the mat and dragging back toward your feet. Touch the floor, come up. Floor, come up. A lot of energy, imagining that forearm is dragging back toward your feet. 3 more. 2. Last one, keep it strong. Arm lifts, bend that bottom leg. Rotate over to the belly to Sphinx. Notice how we didn't go back to plank that time. Just giving you a little break. So here we are in Sphinx. Wiggle out the hips. Make sure that the thighs are connected evenly to the mat. Press the forearms down into the mat and imagine dragging back to find that deeper back bend. Stay here for a full deep breath. Ah, yes, that feels good, doesn't it? Now, here we go. Tuck the toes, lift the hips up into plank, walk the feet closer toward the elbows, crown of the head reaching forward. Here's our contract and release. Take an inhale, exhale, drag. Inhale, release, drag. Keep going. 4 more. 3, 2. Last one. Now, the other arm this time is windshield wiper movement over hand to elbow, feet come together, roll to the other side now. Bottom leg can bend if you want to. I'm just going to switch around so I'm facing you. Arm comes up, super strong. Let's do 12 dips. Release, come up, release, come up. The exhale is happening as you lift up and away from the mat. That's the exertion phase right there. 8 more. 7, 6, 5. Count it out. Really helps your breathing. 3, 2, 1. Keep it lifted. Imagine that forearm is dragging back toward your ankles and then touch the floor, come up. Touch the floor, come up. 4 more. 4, 3, 2. Last one. Keep it strong. Keep it lifted. Stay in the plank this time. Roll back to the plank. Oh, we can do it. Yeah, find your plank. Imagine that dragging arms back, feet forward. And now alternate the hip dip side to side. Keep the crown of the head reaching forward as you're doing that alternating hip dip. Oh, yeah. 4 more each side. 3, 2, and last one, lower the knees. Oh, let's take a little break here. Palms to stack, forehead to those palms. Rock the hips from side to side. Nice work. And now, take the hands out from under the forehead, but let the forehead go right down to the mat. Bring the arms to cactus pose. The work here is through the back. So option to leave the arms on the floor or to lift them as you lift the head and the rib cage. Take an inhale, exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Head, rib cage, arms. Arms are optional. You could leave the arms on the mat if you wanted to. That still works the back in that beautiful back extension way. Let's do 8 more. If you're lifting the arms, imagine squeezing the shoulder blades together a little bit. 7, 6, 5. Nice and strong. 3, 2. Now keep it lifted here. Keep it lifted. Stay with it. If you have the arms up in the air, lower the palms and then walk the arms in to find that Sphinx pose from here. Yeah, so this is supported, right? The back isn't working as hard because the arms are supporting us, but we're still encouraging that back extension. Yeah, which is important because we're often in spinal flexion, rounded back. All right, take a nice inhale here. Exhale, bring the palms to stack. Release the forehead down to the palms. Bend the knees and windshield wiper movement through those lower legs, side to side. Nice way to neutralize the spine after that back work. And then coming back with those legs to center across the ankles, release the forehead from on top of the stacked palms, take the hands wide. We're doing one more set of push-ups. You thought maybe I'd forgotten about those, right? Take an inhale here, exhale, press up into our push-ups again. You could be from your toes here if you want to. Inhale, bend and lower the rib cage, exhale, press away. Inhale, exhale, press away. 10 more. 10. Remember, your hands could always be at an elevated surface if you prefer that, if it makes you able to do a few more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Beautiful. Now here's a fun thing. Take an inhale, and as you exhale this time, very, very slowly lower right down to the mat. Bring the hands to wherever is comfortable. Bend one knee to roll yourself right over onto your back. Arrive on your back with the knees bent, soles of the feet on the mat, hip width distance apart. Push your feet into the mat to lift up the hips. Take the stacked palms now underneath the sacrum there. And then bend both knees and straighten out the legs so the soles of the feet reach the ceiling. It may be that you need to, stack fists, or if you have it handy, even put a cushion under your sacrum there. The idea is that the legs are perpendicular to the earth and that the soles of the feet are parallel to the ceiling. Inhale to bring the legs away from each other. Exhale back together. Inhale away. Exhale back together. Nice. 10 more. 9, 8, 7. Imagine you're kind of moving your legs through mud. 5, 4. You're with me, right? 2 more. Now, feet come back together. Here's the fun one. We imagine that our feet are kind of wrapped around a pole that comes down through basically our belly button there, our navel. And then we slide the feet down that pole, let the knees go away from each other. Yes, and then press back up. It's tempting with this one, keep doing this. It is tempting with this one to just bend the knees and then the feet are moving. They're not staying with the soles of the feet parallel to the ceiling, which is our goal here, to keep those feet, soles of them, parallel to the ceiling. So I think we've got 8 more. 8, 7. Very intentional here. Even if you do fewer repetitions, make it very intentional, trying to keep the feet parallel to the ceiling. 4 more. 3, 2. Last one. Nice. Bend the knees so that the feet now are, soles of the feet are facing the earth, and then put one foot down and then the other. Press the feet into the mat to lift the hips up, and then lower the hips down. Option to roll over to one side to come up to seated, or to hug the knees in and roll up, your preference. Ah, it's already 7:30. It's so sad. It goes by so fast. Hands to the shins, soles of the feet together. Press the forearms into the inner thighs. Think nice and tall through the crown of the head. Reach the rib cage forward. Yes, that feels so good. Opening up through the hips and the low back. Nice. Take one more breath here. And then let the spine come back to neutral. Find an easy cross-legged pose. Right hand over to that left thigh, left hand behind. Bring yourself into the twist. Turn the head with that. Coming back to center. Same thing on the other side. Twisting. Yeah, take a nice breath in. And then unwind. Bravo. Give yourselves a hand. High tens. Fabulous. I hope you have a great day.